Hi, I'm Luce. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a video that I think I'm going to very quickly regret deciding to film. So I am today filming my entire owned TBR. Now, I am somebody with a lot of books. Like, I feel like you can kind of tell from even just like my background here, but past this shelf I have three and a half, basically, more shelves all over there. I know there's been a lot of discourse on mainly BookTok, I've seen it right now, about people's opinions on large book collections, essentially. And a lot of people are very mad, for some reason, about people who own a lot of books. And I fall into that category. I have a lot of books. And I am also somebody who I personally prefer to have a big TBR. I love being able to look at my shelves and having so many options on what I can read. It feels like I'm going into a bookstore. And that's how I like my collection to be, and that's not going to change anytime soon. That's not a goal I have. I don't really want to, you know, cut down my own TBR to like 50 or 100 books. I like it being big. That being said, my own TBR is also massive. So we're just going to go through it all today because I love watching people's TBR videos, like all of their owned books. I love those videos. I think they're so much fun to watch. And yeah, we'll see how far into the video I decide this was a terrible idea. My last little kind of thing just to say before I go through all the books, these are not going to be categorized specifically by genre, in terms of like, I haven't gone through my shelves, taken everything off, put it into piles, no. But my books are, for the most part, organized by genre. So they will be mostly kind of genre specific, but you know, there might be a couple random ones that just kind of sneak in. So because I know this is going to be a long video, I have made a really big coffee. I have my favorite mug, so hopefully this is going to keep me going. But yeah, without any further ado, I will just get into the books. The first shelf I'm starting with is my more kind of spooky type book. Let's just get into all the books. So we have the Selling Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix, Leviathan by Rosie Andrews, Plain Bad Heroines by Emily M. Danforth, Butter by Asoko Yozuki, Summer Suns by Lee Mandelo, The Black Kids by Christina Hammond Reed, Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer, Out There Screaming edited by Jordan Peele, Perfume by Patrick Suskind, Convenient Store Woman by Sayaka Murata, In the Miso Soup by Ryu Murakami, The Plotters by Unsu Kim, Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn, Lonely Castle in the Mirror by Mizuki Tsujimura, Sunny Place for Shady People, and Our Share of Night by Mariana Enriquez, These Violent Delights by Mikan Namareva, Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee, Starling House by Alex E. Harrow, ooh, the glare is making that one crazy, Spells for Forgetting by Adrian Young, Battle Royale by Kushin Takami, A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray, Into the Drowning Deep by Mira Grant, The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, Eyes, Gut, Throat, Bones by Moira Fowley, I've messed up that title so many times, The Secret History, and The Goldfinch by Donna Tartt, Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. This book is huge. Test Bunny by Bora Chung, How to Kill Your Family by Bella Mackie, Seep by Chana Porter, My Sister the Serial Killer by Yinkan Braithwaite, Strange Pictures by Oketsu, Graveyard Shift by ML Rio, A Night in Halloween House by Elise Willems, House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson, Velvet Was the Night by Sylvia Marino Garcia, Girls with Sharp Sticks by Suzanne Young, and finally from this shelf, The Firekeeper's Daughter by Angeline Booley. Okay, also for anyone who's interested, I am one shelf down and I'm already regretting the decision to do the video, but we will continue onward. Okay, this next shelf is very miscellaneous, but we're going to start off with The Golden Ratio, In Sequence, Cold Calculation, and Hard Angle by Cole McCade. Okay, then we're going to do the Sanderson. So I have Alloy of Law, Tress of the Emerald Sea, Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, Sunlit Man, Cytonic, Defiant, and Skyward Flight, and then Rhythm of War and Wind and Truth. The Novice and the High Lord by Trudy Canavan, The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington, We Are the Dead by Mike Shackle, Malice by John Gwynne, Traitor's Blade by Sebastian D. Castell, Golden Fool and Fool's Fate by Robin Hobb, Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett, The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin, The Lies of Locke Lamora by Scott Lynch, The Unbroken by C.L. Clarke, The House of Many Ways and The Castle in the Air by Diana Wynne Jones, and finally House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielewski. Okay, shelf 3. This is, I think, all fantasy. So, I have Vilest Things by Chloe Gong, Jade War and Jade Legacy by Fonda Lee, Harrow the Ninth by Tamsin Muir, To Gauge a God by Elizabeth May, The Gods Below by Andrea Stewart, A Storm of Swords and A Feast for Crows by George R.R. Martin, The Ruin of Kings by Jen Lyons, The Helm of Midnight by Mariana Lostetta, A Day of Fallen Nights, The Mask Falling, and The Dark Mirror, all by Samantha Shannon, Her Majesty's Royal Coven, The Shadow Cabinet, and Queen Bee, all by Juno Dawson, Jasmine Throne, The Oleander Sword, and The Lotus Empire by Tasha Suri, He Who Drowned the World by Shelley Parker Chan, A Dark and Drowning Tide by Alison Saff, Immortal by Sulin Tan, The Black Tongue Thief by Christopher Bullman, Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambao, The Art of Prophecy and The Art of Destiny by Wesley Chu, Gaze Upon Wicked Gods by Molly X Chang, Blackheart Nights by Laura Eve, Last Hour Between Worlds by Melissa Caruso, Witch King by Martha Wells, The Left-Handed Bookseller of London by Garth Nix, The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi, Kingdom of Copper, and Empire of Gold by S.A. Chakraborty. And we are done with shelf 3. I truly think that I have made a mistake filming this. Okay, shelf 4 had way more than I thought it did, so let's get into those. So first off, I have The Ragpicker King by Cassandra Clare, Emily Wilde's Map of the Otherlands, and Emily Wilde's Compendium of Lost Tales by Heather Fawcett, The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong, Honey Witch by Sydney J. Shields, Under the Whispering Door and In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune, Mistress of Lies by K.M. Enright, The Niche and Smile by C.J. Merwild, A Restless Truth and A Power Unbound by Freya Mask, Book Eaters by Sonia Dean, Silver and Nightfall and Court of Wanderers by Rinch Pecco, Ariadne and Electra by Jennifer Saint, Girl Goddess Queen by B. Fitzgerald, These Hollow Vows by Lexi Ryan, Dark Rise and Dark Air by C.S. Pacat, Before We Disappear by Sean David Hutchison, Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Goss, Red Needle by Carrie Thomas, Little Thieves and Painted Devils by Margaret Owen, The Righteous and the Ruined by Renee Adier, An Education in Malice and Odd Spirits by S.T. Gibson, Foxglove and Wisteria by Adeline Grace, Song of Silver Flame Like Night, and Dark Star Burning Ash Falls White, both by Emily Wen Zhao, Jadefire Gold by June C.L. Tan, Iron Widow by Jiren J. Zhao, Phoenix Keeper by S.A. McLean, The Scorpion and the Night Blossom by Amelie Wen Zhao, Wranglestone by Darren Charton. Not 100% sure of the order of these books, but I have The Winner's Curse, The Winner's Kiss, and The Winner's Crime by Marie Wachowski, King of Scars and Rule of Wolves by Leigh Bardugo, Only a Monster by Vanessa Len, Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor, The Whispering Night by Susan Dennard, Wild and Wicked Things by Francesca May, Cruel as the Light by Sophie Clark, Long Live Evil by Sarah Rees Brennan, Daughter of the Moon Goddess and Heart of the Sun Warrior by Sulin Tan, and Bonesmith by Nikki Palpretto. Okay, we've now reached one of the shelves that's actually behind me. Blood Scion by Deborah Fallier, Legendborn by Tracy Dion, Braybearer and Redemptor by Jordan Ifwako, The Witch King by H.E. Edgman, The Witch King, Sabriel by Garth Nix, Voyage of the Damned by Frances White, Empire of the Damned by Jay Kristoff, Of Jade and Dragons by Amber Chan, Until We Shatter by Kate Dillon. I have all my Olivia Blake books, so I have Masters of Death, The Atlas Paradox, The Atlas Complex, Alone with You in the Ether, and One for My Enemy, The City of Stardust by Georgia Summers, Air by Saba Tahir, Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James, Feybound by Sarah El-Arifi, Forged by Blood by Iqbal Okosun, The Night Ends with Fire by KX Song, Our Dark Duet, and The Dark Vault by V.E. Schwab, The Three-Body Problem by Shijin Liu, Book of Night by Holly Black, The Familiar, and Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini, Hamajang Luck by Makana Yamamoto, Children of Time by Adrian Tchaikovsky, Persephone Station by Stina Laked, The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson, Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh, The Principle of Moments by Esme Jakimi Pearson, A Memory Called Empire by Arcady Martin, Iron Gold and Dark Age by Pierce Brown, After the Forest by Kel Woods, The Extraordinaries by TJ Klune, A Fragile Enchantment by Alison Saft, Zara and Ami by S.J. Jones, This Vicious Grace by Emily Theed, A Thousand Steps into Night by Tracy Chi, The Darkness Within Us by Trisha Levenseller, Sleep Like Death by Kieran Bayron, The Trinity Prophecy by Marissa Kinzel, Darker by Four by June C.L. Tan, The Bone Shard Emperor, The Bone Shard Daughter, and The Bone Shard War by Andrea Stewart. Okay, I am 5 shelves down. I have 4 to go. Okay, we're on to the romantasy now. So, the first one I have is Heavenly Bodies by Imani Iriu, The Air Awakens by Elise Kova, Gold by Raven Kennedy, City of Dusk by Tara Sim, Fire in the Sky by Sophie Jordan, Blood of Hercules by Jasmine Mass, Silk and Steel by Ariane Nash, Nectar of the Wicked by Ella Fields, The Starlight Air by Amelie Howard, Dark Fae and Never Keep by Caroline Peckham and Susan Valenti, Iron and Embers by Helen Shura, I cannot pronounce this last name. Heart Song by TJ Klune, Hurricane Wars, and A Monsoon Rising by Taya Guanzon, The Hemlock Queen by Hannah Witten, The Throne of Broken Gods, and The Dawn of the Cursed Queen by Amber V. Nicole, A Touch of Darkness by Scarlett Sinclair, Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer, Deal with the Elf King by Elise Cover, What Lies Beyond the Veil by Harper L. Woods, Bride by Ali Hazelwood, Quicksilver by Callie Hart, When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, The War of Two Queens, and A Soul of Ash and Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout, A Light in the Flame, also by Jennifer L. Armentrout, Snowblooded by Emma Sterner Radley, Thrown in the Dark by A.K. Caggiano, Prince of the Sorrows by Kellen Graves, Deadly Dreams and Beautiful Nightmares by KJ Sutton, Throne of the Fallen and Throne of Secrets by Kerry Maniscalco, One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns by Rachel Gillig, The Dagger in the Flame by Catherine Doyle. Okay, then we have all my Carissa Broadbent, so Daughter of No Worlds, Children of Fallen Gods, Mother of Death and Dawn, Six Scorched Roses, Songbird in the Heart of Stone, and Slaying the Vampire Conqueror, Wildlands and Deadlands by Stacey Marie Brown, To Bleed a Crystal Bloom by Sarah A. Bahaka, The High King's Golden Tun by Megan Deere, Rhapsodic by Laura Thalassa, Bark of the Everflame by Penn Cole, Lady of Darkness by Melissa K. Rorick, Song of the Forever Rains by E.J. Mello, Dark Flame by Kat Silver, A Touch of Golden Madness by K.L. DeVore, The Wren and the Holly Library by K.A. Lind, A Feather So Black by Lyra Celine, The Curse of Saints and The Curse of Sins by Kate Dramus, Blood Mercy and Blood Solace by Vila Roth. Okay, we've got a quick diversion back into some YA fantasy. The Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson, Cruel Illusions by Maggie Fuston, The Blood Orchid by Kylie Lee Baker, Borshia's Wrath by Emily Varga, Daughters of Nari by Rennie K. Amayo, Alice by Heather Walter, The Bone Witch, The Heart Forger, and The Shadow Glass by Rinch Pecco, The Rose Bargain by Sasha Payton Smith, Hearts That Cut by Kika Hatzapaloola, Cage of Dreams by Rebecca Schaefer, So This Is Ever After by F.T. Lukens, Full Heart Huntsman by Chloe Gong, Cruel and Fated Light by Ashley Shuttleworth, Blood Like Magic by Leslie Sambury, If I Have to Be Haunted by Miranda Sun, The Temptation of Magic by Megan Scott, Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, Graceling, Fire, and Bitter Blue by Kristen Cashaw, The Scapegraces by Hannah Abigail Clark, Now I Rise by Kirsten White, The Scarlet Veil by Shelby McCurran, The Drowned Woods by Emily Lloyd Jones, This Woven Kingdom by Tahara Mafi, Queenslayer by Sebastian D. Castal, Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy I. Lin, Unravel Me, Ignite Me, Defy Me, and Restore Me by Tahara Mafi, Call Down the Hawk by Maggie Stevewater, Girls of Storm and Shadow, and Girls of Fate and Fury by Natasha Nyan. Okay, now I have a tiny little mainly literary fiction interlude. I think there's like maybe one or two non-fictions in here, but like it's mainly literary fiction. Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance by Ruth Emmy Lang, Stripped by Momo Chavez, Kink, edited by Aro Kwon and Gareth Greenwell, Fragments of Sappho by Anne Carson, Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Tashigazu Kawaguchi, Tokyo Ueno Station by Yu Miri, Milk Fed by Melissa Broder, Excuse Me While I Ugly Cry by Joya Goffney, The Kamigawa Food Detectives by Hisashi Kawagai, When Women Became Dragons by Kelly Barnhill, Boy Parts by Eliza Clark, Yellowface by R.F. Kwong, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin, and All's Well by Mona Awad. Okay, we are now going to be moving into romance, and that is the final section of this video. Contemporary romance. Let's go. Hot Summer by Ellie Everhart, You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Kweki Emezi, Love and Other Disasters by Anita Kelly, Best Hex Ever by Nadia El Farsi, The Pairing by Casey McQuiston, Fangirl Down by Tessa Bailey, Spoiler Alert, All the Feels, Shipwrecked, and At First Spite by Olivia Dade, 10 Things That Never Happened by Alexis Hall, Astrid Parker Doesn't Fail and Iris Kelly Doesn't Date by Ashley Herring Blake, Make the Season Bright, also by Ashley Herring Blake, Make You Mine This Christmas by Lizzie Huxley Jones, Under Lock and Key by Lana Ferguson, The Prospect by Katie Hoffman, I Did Something Bad by Pei Moi Thet War, Daydream by Hannah Grace, Culty, The Wall of Winnipeg and Me, and All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata. Very quick diversion back into fantasy romance, but we have the Black Dagger Brotherhood books that I own. So we have Lover Awakened, Lover Eternal, Lover Revealed, Lover Unbound, Lover Enshrined, Lover Avenged, Lover Mine, Lover Unleashed, and Lover Reborn, all by J.R. Ward. Love on the Brain, Love Theoretically, Not in Love, and Deep End, all by Ali Hazelwood. For Her Consideration by Amy Spaulding, The Soulmate Equation, The True Love Experiment, and The Unhoneymooners, all by Christina Lauren. X's and O's by Amy Lee. Okay, then we have all of my Kristen Becker Ritchie books. So we have Hot House Flower, Thrive, Addicted After All, Fuel the Fire, Damaged Like Us, Lovers Like Us, and Alphas Like Us. Okay, then we have my Elle Kennedy books. So I have Rogue, The Chase, The Risk, The Play, and The Dare. Okay, then I have Sugar Daddies by Jade West, Don't Judge Me, Behind the Scenes by Christina C. Jones, It Happened One Summer by Tessa Bailey, Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, Cross the Line by Simone Soltani, I'm So Not Over You by Kosoko Jackson. I've also found my little collection of historical romance plus a couple of cozy fantasies I forgot to put in, so let me quickly go through those. So I have Legends and Lattes and Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry, The Baby Dragon Cafe by A.T. Qureshi, The Affair of the Mysterious Letter by Alexis Hall, The Queer Principles of Kit Webb by Cat Sebastian, Hear the Page by Cat Sebastian, Provoked by Joanna Chambers, The Gentle Art of Fortune Hunting, and Slippery Creatures by KJ Charles, Haunted Hearts by Kay Sterling. I have a little stack of my mass market paperbacks, which are so cute. So I have The Lady's Guide to Celestial Mechanics and The Hellions Waltz by Olivia Waite, The Lawrence Brown Affair, Two Rogues Make a Right, and It Takes Two to Tumble by Cat Sebastian, A Lady for a Duke by Alexis Hall, Paris Delacourt is About to Crumble by Alexis Hall, Flawless and Hopeless by Elsie Silver, Two Wrongs Make a Right by Chloe Leese, Waking Olivia by Elizabeth O'Rourke, That Kind of Guy, A Girl Like Her, Sweet on the Greek, and Work for It by Talia Hibbert, Anyone But You by Chelsea L. Cameron, The Punishment of Ivy Leopold, The Education of Ivy Leopold, The Wedding of Molly O'Flaherty by Sierra Simone, His Cocky Cellist by Cole McCade, Binding 13, Saving 6, Redeeming 6, and Taming 7 by Chloe Walsh, Playing It Safe by Amy Andrews, Candy Hearts, and Party Favors by Erin McClellan, Good Girl Fail by Ronnie Lauren, Daddy Crush by A. Anders, Priceless by Miranda Silva, Twisted Lies, King of Wrath, King of Pride, King of Greed, and King of Sloth by Anna Huang, Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher, Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, Face-Offs and Cheap Shots, and Goal Lines and First Times by Eden Finley and Saxon James, Things I Wanted to Say by Monica Murphy, Pucking Sweet by Emily Rath, Count Your Lucky Stars by Alexandria Belfleur, Beautiful Bastard by Christina Lauren, Emirate Has Never Been in Love by Anita Sunday, Magnolia Parks, Daisy Hates, The Long Way Home, The Great Undoing, and Into the Dark by Jessa Hastings, First Time Caller by BK Borison, Cleat Cute by Maren Wilsner, Second Chances in Newport Stephen by TJ Alexander, and then the final section is my dark romance. We are so close. Dirty Dawn by Willow Winters, Push by Nyla Kay, Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton, Gothicana by Rue Nix, Heartless Heathens by Santana Knox, The Predator by Rue Nix, Anti-Valentine, which is a collection of a load of authors' stories, Kate by Tate James, Lovesick, which is another anthology, American Prince, American King, and Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone, Punk 57, Tris 6 Venom, Bully, and Nightfall by Penelope Douglas, Kings of Quarantine by Carolyn Peckham and Suzanne Valenti, Dark Restraint, Midnight Ruin, and Cruel Seduction, Abel, The Beast, The Sea Witch, and Queen Takes Rose, all by Katie Robert, The Kingdom Duet, The Monster Trilogy, and Ruthless Empire by Rena Kent, Vipers and Virtuosos, Oaths and Omissions, Souls and Sorrows, Arrows and Apologies, and Lies and Liaisons by Sab R. Miller. And then I have 4 more just miscellaneous ones. So I have Broken by Daylight by Elizabeth Helen, Guardian by Zhen Hun, Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation Volume 1, and Heaven Official's Blessing Volume 8 by Mojang Tongju. Okay, and that, I think, is my entire owned TBR. I wish you could see the mess around me. I'm not going to show you because my office in general is a mess. You can kind of see the chaos that's happening on this shelf. But yeah, I haven't counted in the moment, so I'm just going to put the number on screen in editing. I know it's going to be a lot, but yeah, we'll see what editing me says. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you somehow made it all the way to the end, bless you. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I will see you all in a new video again soon. Bye!